Dear students, welcome you all for the lesson The Lost Child. As we know, the title of the lesson here, Lost Child. The child who was lost by his parents. Let us see before go to the lesson. Here we have activity. It's not pre-activity, but it's about abstract of the lesson. A child goes to a fair. A fair. What do you mean by fair? Fair, a place where a gathering of people for their amusement. With his parents, he went. He is happy and excited and wants the sweets and toys displayed there. But his parents don't buy them for him. Why? Then does he refuse when someone else offers them? This says that entire story that lesson contains. Here, a child goes to a fair with his parents and he desired to buy sweets and toys, but his parents refused. That's why he stopped there, and someone who is ready to buy those things to him, whether he is ready to take or not. This is what the question. So, if we want to understand this, let us go through. It was the festival of spring. From the wintry shades of narrow lanes, and alleys emerged a gaily clad humanity. Some walked, some rode on horses, others sat, being carried in bamboo and blockades. One little boy ran between his father's legs, brimming over with life and laughter. See, this paragraph speaks about the description of the fair. See, at a time of spring season, so the festival called fair, from wintry shades. What do you mean by wintry? Freezing. A place where we can say that it's very cool and calm. Shades of narrow lane. Lane in the sense path. The path, I mean the line that we are walking. Alleys emerged. Alleys in the sense passage, emerged. A gaily in the sense happiness. Clad humanity in the sense human being who are presented there in the form of different dresses. Some walked, some rode. Someone are walking, someone are riding horses. Here, rode in the sense past form of ride. Others sat, being carried in bamboo. Others they were carried bamboo and sitting and bullock carts. One little boy ran between father's leg. So which boy? A child. A child who went to fair. What's he doing? Little boy ran between his father's legs, brimming over with life and laughter. He is moving, he is running father's legs and also filling with life and laughter because he is happy. Let us move to next. Here you can see picture. This picture represents fair. Here you can notice parents who held the hand of the child, but child's hand showing towards shop which he was attracted. That means parents wanted to pull him forward, but This boy wanted to go back to see attracted items that is available in the shop. Let us move to next page. So what is the reply from the parents? The reply is, "Come, child, come," called his parents as he lagged behind. As he lagged behind, in the sense, when he showed his interest towards delayed. Delayed. He wanted to go back. He doesn't want to come forward because he is fascinated by the toys in the shops that line the way. He hurried towards his parents, his feet obedient to their call, his eyes still lingering on the receding toys. As he came to where they had stopped to wait for him, he could not suppress the desire of his heart, even though he well knew the old cold stare of refusal in their eyes. It's about a reaction of his parents. He hurried. He hurried towards his parents as they called him, his feet obedient to their call. He agreed to come with them. He agreed to go with them, right? But his eyes, look at here, his eyes still remaining, lingering, still remaining on the receding, the things which are moving back. So receding in the sense moving back twice as he moving forward, toys which is kept in the shop which are moving back. So still he is watching those toys. As he came to where he had stopped, as he came where they had stopped to wait for him. Each and every time they used to say that, "Come, child, come, child." He used to stop. He used to watch the things which is attracted in the shop. He could not suppress the desire. Suppress, he could not control the desire which is presented in his heart. Even though he knew very well about his parents' old and cold stare. Cold stare, refusal. Refusal in the sense they won't agree to buy those things to him. "I want that toy." So who replied here? So it's about a boy who said, who pleaded, requested his parents to buy, "I want that toy." He wanted to buy that toy. His father looked at him, red eyed, in his familiar tyrant way in a usual, cruel, very cruel way. He looked at him and he turned his eyes red. So red eyed, right? In order to make him fear. His mother, melted by his free spirit of the day, was tender. As we know that mother is very cool about their behavior, and he showed some kind of sympathy to this boy, and she gave her finger to hold, and she said, "Look, child, what is before you?" She wanted to take his mind towards something else. It was a flowering mustard field. What is there? She wanted to divert his mind towards mustard field. That's why she said and showed. Pale like melting gold as it swept across miles and miles, even land. So that whole field, mustard field, a group of dragonflies were bustling in the sense moving somewhere in the field. So dragonflies, we used to hold this dragonflies when we were child, when we are small in our age. But You also did the same thing in your life. Bustling about on their gaudy. Gaudy in the sense, what do you mean by gaudy? Gaudy means very bright. Purple wings. So look at the color of the butterfly. Purple wings intercepting the flight of a lone black bee. Lone, only one. Black bee which comes there and intercepting everywhere. Or butterfly in search of sweetness. Butterfly came there in order to search sweetness. Sweetness in the sense nectar from the flowers. The child followed them. Them in the sense even black bee or and butterfly. Butterfly also. He used to follow them in the air with his gaze continuous look till one of them out of two, one would still its wings and rest. One is used to take rest and he would try to catch. He tried hard enough to catch it, but he would, but it would go fluttering, flapping up into the air. In this way, he lost it, but when he had almost caught it in his hands, so he succeeded to hold butterfly or bee in his hand. So he never hold that bee. I think he is trying to hold either dragonfly or bee. Oh, sorry, butterfly in his hand. But when he succeeded to hold either butterfly or dragonfly, then his mother gave a cautionary cautionary call. What is that? Cautionary call. It's about come, child, come on to the footpath. When he is in ground, when he is involved to catching the butterfly or dragonfly in the field, his mother called him to come to the footpath. He ran towards his parents gaily. He ran towards his parents with happiness and walked abreast of them for a while, being, however, soon left behind, attracted. However, in some other way, he left behind of his parents. So, what is that? Immediately he was attracted by the little insects, even worms, along the footpath. On the footpath, he noticed worms and insects. So, which were teeming out, which were coming out from their hiding places underground. From underground, they they used to come out in order to enjoy the sunshine. Come, child, come. His parents called from the shade of a grove. Grove in the sense group of trees where they had seated. Both of them are seated there themselves on the edge of a well. He ran towards them. Immediately he ran towards them where they seated. A shower of young flowers fell upon the child. A shower in the form of rain. So flowers falling on this boy as he entered the grove. As he entered the grove and forgetting his parents, he had forgotten about his parents when the shower on his head. He began to gather, he started to collect the raining petals from his hands, but lo heard the cooing of doves, cooing, the sound, the murmuring sound that doe produced, and ran towards his parents, shouting. He went nearby the parents and shouting, the dove, the dove, the raining petals dropped from his forgotten hands. In this way, he had forgotten about the petals which he gathered before. Come, child, come, they called to the child, who had now gone running in wild capers round the banyan tree, and gathering him up, took the narrow, winding footpath which led to the fair through the mustard fields. In this way, they took him to the fair from the footpath. Next page. As they neared, the village, the child could see many of other footpaths, because village now, they are in village full of throngs in the sense crowd, converging, meeting to the whirlpool of the fair, and felt at once repelled. What do you mean by repelled? Repelled in the sense pushing one by one. So in that huge crowd, we don't have a specific place to stand or sit. Fascinated by confusion of the world, he was entering. He entered to the fair, but at the same time, he was confused about the crowd. A sweetmeat seller hawked gulab jamun, rasgulla, barfi, jalebi at the corner of the entrance, and a crowd pressed around his counter. At the foot, an architecture of many colored sweets decorated. See here, many colored sweets, architecture, one who giving shapes to something, decorated with leaves of silver and gold. You might have seen this kind of sweets in the bakery, right? So the sweets which is made up of are decorated by silver and gold. The child stared, looked at continuous, open-eyed. He doesn't want to close his eyes, and his mouth watered. The water which is coming from the mouth when the person noticed some delicious item. So here, by looking the burfi, his mouth watered. That was his favorite sweet. So burfi is this is the uh, is his favorite sweet. I want that burfi. Slowly murmured. He murmured in a soft voice. He said, I want that burfi. But he half knew. He knew. He knew that his parents, they won't agree to buy, and they would say he was greedy. He was greedy person who is having excessive desire. Here, the person who is ready to buy everything. For them, we can say that greedy. So, without waiting for an answer, he moved on. In this way, he didn't show his desire to buy burfi, which is his favorite, and also he watered for it. He suppressed that kind of desire in him. Thank you, my dear students. I will stop here. Let us meet next class.